Anh ơi, bọn trẻ đâu rồi?
Kia rồi em, ra đây nào. Cả nhà mình hạnh phúc quá.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's story is about the beautiful and touching life of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan. After overcoming many hardships and challenges, the two of them finally get married and begin a new chapter of happiness together. Their love does not end at the wedding. It grows even stronger when they welcome two adorable children into their lives, a smart and calm son named David and a cheerful, sweet daughter named Emma. From a couple who once struggled through many difficulties, Tieu Lac and Quan build a warm family filled with love, laughter, and simple everyday moments. Despite being a busy CEO, Quan always puts his family first, while Tieu Lac creates a peaceful home where their children can grow up surrounded by care and happiness. As the years pass, their love becomes deeper, proving that true happiness is not about wealth or power, but about having a family that always stands by your side. If you enjoy emotional family stories like this, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the next touching stories. Thank you for watching and supporting our channel. The wedding of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan was not only the union of two people in love, but also the beginning of a peaceful and meaningful life after many hardships they had experienced together. Their journey to this moment had not been easy. There were times when misunderstandings, pressure from work, and unexpected events seemed strong enough to separate them. Yet every time difficulties appeared, they chose to stay, to listen, and to fight for their love. That was why the day they finally stood together at the altar felt even more precious. The wedding ceremony was held in a beautiful garden on a warm morning. Soft sunlight filtered through the trees and gentle music filled the air. The decorations were simple but elegant, with white flowers and soft golden ribbons placed along the aisle. Friends, colleagues, and family members gathered there, all waiting to witness this special moment in the lives of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan. When the music changed, everyone turned their eyes toward the entrance. Tieu Lac slowly walked down the aisle wearing a graceful white wedding dress. Her long hair fell softly over her shoulders, and her eyes sparkled with both excitement and emotion. She had dreamed about this moment many times, but when it truly arrived, her heart still beat quickly with happiness. Every step she took brought her closer to the man who had always protected and believed in her. At the end of the aisle stood CEO Quan. In the business world, he was known as a confident and decisive leader, someone who rarely showed his emotions. However, at that moment, all the strength and seriousness seemed to disappear. As he watched Tieu Lac walking toward him, his eyes softened with deep affection. He realized that the woman in front of him was not only the love of his life, but also the person who had changed his world completely. When Tieu Lac finally reached him, Quan gently took her hand. The simple touch carried so much warmth and promise. During the vows, he looked into her eyes and spoke sincerely. He promised that no matter how busy life became or how many challenges they might face in the future, he would always stand by her side, protect her, and make their home a place full of love and safety. Tieu Lac also shared her promise. She said that meeting Quan had changed her life in ways she never expected. He had given her courage during the darkest moments and had always treated her with respect and kindness. She promised to support him, care for their future family, and never forget the love that brought them together. When they finally exchanged rings, the guests applauded warmly. Some even wiped away tears of joy. In that moment, it felt as if all the struggles they had experienced in the past had led them to this beautiful beginning. After the ceremony, the celebration continued with laughter, music, and heartfelt congratulations from everyone present. But for Tieu Lac and CEO Quan, the most important thing was not the celebration itself. What truly mattered was the quiet understanding between them, the knowledge that from that day forward, they would walk through life together. Their home would soon become more than just a place to rest after long working days. It would be a space filled with shared dreams, warm dinners, and the comforting feeling of always having someone waiting for you at the end of the day. For Tieu Lac and CEO Quan, their marriage was not simply the end of a love story, but the beautiful beginning of a lifelong journey together. A few years after their wedding, the happiness in the home of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan grew even greater when they welcomed two beautiful children into their lives. The arrival of their children completely changed the atmosphere of the house. What was once a quiet and elegant home soon became a place filled with laughter, tiny footsteps, and joyful noise. For both Tieu Lac and Quan, becoming parents was one of the most meaningful experiences of their lives. Their first child was a boy, and they named him David. From the moment he was born, everyone said he looked just like his father. David had bright, curious eyes and a calm personality even as a baby. As he grew older, it became clear that he had inherited many of Quan's qualities. He was thoughtful, intelligent, and always eager to learn new things. Quan often looked at his son with pride, sometimes joking that David might become an even better businessman than him one day. Not long after David was born, another wonderful surprise came to the family. Tieu Lac gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, and they named her Emma. Emma was very different from her older brother. She had a cheerful personality and a sweet smile that could instantly brighten anyone's day. While David was calm and observant, Emma was playful, energetic, and loved to laugh. She often ran around the house with endless curiosity, asking questions about everything she saw. With the arrival of David and Emma, the life of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan changed in the most beautiful way. Their daily routine became busier, but it was also filled with warmth and meaning. Every morning started with the sound of their children waking up and running through the house. David would prepare for school, while Emma followed her mother around the kitchen, asking innocent questions and trying to help with small tasks. Even though CEO Quan had many responsibilities at his company, he always tried his best to spend time with his children. Many mornings, he personally drove David to school before heading to the office. During those short rides, they often talked about school, dreams, and the future. David admired his father deeply and listened carefully to every piece of advice Quan shared with him. At home, Tieu Lac spent a lot of time caring for Emma and creating a warm environment for the family. She often took Emma into the garden behind the house, where they watered flowers and watched butterflies flying between the plants. Emma loved those quiet moments with her mother and always laughed happily while running through the grass. In the evenings, the entire family gathered around the dining table. Those dinners became one of the most important moments of the day. David would talk about what he learned at school, while Emma excitedly shared the small discoveries she made during the day. Quan and Tieu Lac listened with smiles, sometimes laughing at the funny stories their children told. For Tieu Lac, these simple family moments were more precious than anything else in the world. Watching David grow into a smart and kind boy and seeing Emma's bright smile every day made her heart feel full of gratitude. Meanwhile, Quan often realized that no success in business could compare to the happiness of coming home and hearing his children call out, "Dad!" With David and Emma in their lives, the home of Tieu Lac and CEO Quan became a place overflowing with love, laughter, and unforgettable memories. Their family was no longer just a couple building a life together. It had become a complete and joyful world of four hearts growing closer every single day. As the years passed, the love between Tieu Lac and CEO Quan did not fade. Instead, it grew deeper and more meaningful with time. Life continued to move forward with its responsibilities and challenges, but their family remained the center of everything they did. What once began as a love story between two people had now grown into a warm and beautiful family of four, filled with understanding, support, and endless affection. David and Emma slowly grew older, each developing their own personalities and dreams. David became a responsible and thoughtful boy, just like his father. He enjoyed reading, learning about business, and sometimes even visiting Quan's company. Whenever he walked through the large office building with his father, the employees would smile and greet him warmly. Many of them joked that one day David might become the next CEO. Quan never pressured his son, but he quietly felt proud seeing David's curiosity and determination. Emma, on the other hand, brought brightness and energy wherever she went. She loved drawing, dancing, and spending time outdoors with her mother. Her cheerful laughter often filled the house, making every corner feel alive. Emma had a very close relationship with Tieu Lac. The two of them often spent afternoons together in the garden, talking about school, friends, and little dreams for the future. Sometimes Emma would braid flowers into her mother's hair, and both of them would laugh happily in the warm sunlight. Even though Quan remained busy managing his company, he always made sure that family came first. No matter how many meetings he had during the week, he always reserved the weekends for his wife and children. Those weekends became the most treasured time for the entire family. Sometimes they traveled to the countryside, sometimes they had simple picnics in the park, and sometimes they returned to a quiet farm where the children could run freely and enjoy nature. During those moments, Quan was no longer the serious CEO everyone respected in the business world. Instead, he became a playful father who chased his children across open fields, played football with David, and laughed as Emma tried to climb onto his shoulders. Watching those scenes, Tieu Lac often felt a deep sense of peace in her heart. In the evenings, after long days of work and school, the family always gathered together at home. Dinner was more than just a meal. It was a moment when everyone shared stories, laughter, and small details about their day. David talked about his studies and ambitions. Emma excitedly described her drawings or school activities, and Quan and Tieu Lac listened with pride and affection. Sometimes, after the children went to sleep, Tieu Lac and Quan would sit quietly together on the balcony, looking at the stars in the night sky. In those calm moments, they often reflected on the journey they had traveled together, from the challenges of the past to the peaceful life they had built. Tieu Lac often realized that true happiness did not come from wealth, success, or recognition. Instead, it came from the simple moments, hearing her children laugh, sharing quiet conversations with her husband, and knowing that their family was safe and together. For Quan, no achievement in the business world could compare to the feeling of coming home and seeing the warm lights of his house and the people he loved waiting inside. And in that home, filled with love, laughter, and quiet understanding, Tieu Lac and CEO Quan knew that they had built something far more valuable than success. They had built a family that would remain strong and happy for many years to come.